Hey everybody, I'm NihonTiger and welcome back to iRacing into Jetta. We're at Indianapolis, and the guy I'm racing with has apparently decided he wants to race with the Mustangs. And that would be protestable if you jump at the start like that, you know, but
Pick up 5 car.
it's a very small field today. Had 9 people, but 2 of them apparently dropped out and aren't here, so down to 7.
Getting ready here, getting ready. Pace car's in. Green, green, green.
I'll leave him behind on the start, hopefully. The Mustangs are gonna take off. Braked hard down to turn 1, up and over the curb. Turn 2, kind of another tight little corner. The 5th. This weird little turn right here. And then the Indy cars go straight and through a chicane. We're taking an old Formula 1 layout here. Onto the back straight here, in infield. Something's up with the guy I'm racing with. Let's jump way off the pace through these S's into this kind of the chicane. Very tight turn there. Wide exit, get a late apex. Here, right out onto the curb, and now going back out onto the banked oval. Usually right there you can see where those cones are, that's where you would turn in for the remainder of the IndyCar and MotoGP course, and that's the entrance back onto the oval there for that same course. And bye bye Mustangs. Which, speaking of that, next season is kind of coming to the start soon, and I've been thinking that I might make the jump up to the Mustang in this series for a season. I'll probably do the Jetta as well, if that's the case, pull double duty, but it'd be nice to learn a new car. Oh my, he said something go wrong, he just pulled off into the pits. But yeah, I've been thinking about it. It's been nice to race in this class and do well, but it's not always, you don't always get a lot of competition here, and Mustang actually gets used in quite a few private leagues. So between that and the MX-5, I'm pretty certain I could do some unofficial league racing if I learn to be good at both of them. So obviously Advanced Mazda will continue into next season. I'm really enjoying that series at the moment. Really enjoying the car. It's pretty fun. I'm in the lap. The guy I'm racing. So that's probably the best spots to get a good pass in there is coming down that straight braking zone into turn 1. Just have to be careful when you do it. And yeah, the Mustangs are gonna do their own thing. They'll compete for their class win. The Solstices are doing their thing. And the Jetta, despite being a fun car, I've seen a lot of people screaming for it to be replaced by something else in the forums, mostly people who don't race it. So I've seen a lot of people calling for, you know, I'd be really happy if this was, I don't know if I'd be happy if it replaced the Jetta. I'd be really happy if the TCRs got put onto the service here. I don't know, there's a bunch of licensing stuff that has to do with that, and presumably people would be clamoring for multiple choices like you have in GT3, so you'd have to have maybe 2 or 3 cars ready to go at the start, and there's about 6 or 7 different TCR class cars at the moment. So I'm sure you get some fighting about, you know, you didn't include the Alfa Romeo, where's the Volkswagen Golf, why didn't you put the BMW in here yet? As it always is, people are still fighting about Long Beach and demanding that it be finished, which at this point I don't think it will be until they redo the game engine. But there is definitely going to be, I think, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking doing fewer videos, but saving them for things I'm really enjoying doing, not just, you know, the ones I really enjoy, but like the series I'm really enjoying and that people are really into might be the best way forward, as well as moving some of this content over to the streaming realms. I know I don't get a lot of people who are into watching me do race streams and whatnot, but perhaps I have to kind of put the breadcrumbs out there to get people interested. And I know I would be competing against a lot of people that are much more popular than I am, often running in the same series, because like me, they really enjoy doing these things, and they don't really want to be in a situation where they're racing but they're miserable. I can say I understand that pretty well. 1:44.9, so really cranking down the lap times here. You can trail brake a little bit in that corner. I have to say, I think being part of iRacing's helped me out in a lot of areas, but I know that the videos I put out, people don't really pay too much attention to. And I kind of tried something this season where I would, you know, select a few series and other races I enjoy and just kind of do like a full season kind of thing where I include as many of the races as I can. And I'm not sure that's worked out very well at all, so that's probably why I'm thinking about changing everything up a little bit. I did want to include some of the races that didn't do so well in, because it's one thing just to put all your wins out there, but if you're hiding all your losses or your failures, then kind of lying about what's going on in life, your skills and whatnot. And failure is okay. Failure is always all right, you know. Constructive failure Happens to the best of us. You learn from it. You get better. You learn not to do certain things again. 44.7 now. This will be a bit slower of a lap. I think I braked a little early. But yeah, between a lot of things, just with how much time. Oh. How much time I'm spending practicing and all that stuff, and my other interest now with the Link to the Past randomizer stuff. I think it's probably better for me to spend some of that time practicing getting better at rando, as car wants to get sideways on me in the braking zone because I'm throwing a lot of lateral forces on it. Okay, spun out. And did he spin? Yeah, he spun, so didn't see him pull off in the pit lane there. So he's gonna get going again. And he's gone. Well, that was our chance to get third overall, but not today. That's a 144.9. Okay, almost 145 flat. I kind of feel like as much as I like iRacing, as much as I like racing in it, you know, if it's not worth my time to keep making videos at the rate I'm making them, or to do the whole season thing, then I'll probably dial that back. We'll find something else to do. It's been a while, and you know, I don't quite play Minecraft as much as I used to anymore. Doesn't mean I'm not interested in the game. I just need something that kind of latch me back into it. Maybe with the new update, the new 1.13 update, that could do it. But yeah. If you've ever been wondering what happened to the NeoCraft series, well, NeoCraft died a death, and there's a new server, but it's a Minecraft realm, and you have to have Windows 10 to be able to do it. So that's probably not returning for a very long time until we reach the point where I need to start looking at computer upgrades again. Alas. But there are other things that can and will happen. Like, for example, oh, he went off. Hi. Like, for example, I'm going to start streaming on Saturdays when the tournament's over for the Link to the Past Spring Randomizer Tournament, and I'm going to be doing the weekly races. The community does weekly races on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday's usually, I think, the vanilla one, and Sunday is kind of a free-for-all. Or I might have that backwards, but either way, it's a good way for me to do stuff. I've been doing some commentary during the tournament, even though I'm kind of already out of the tournament as far as my chances to move on to the bracket stage. I still enjoy the community, I still enjoy working with people. I still enjoy doing commentary as well. Where did the solstices go? Did I drop them that far back that they're already off my radar? Boy, that's interesting. And the Jeremy keeps spinning out too in front of me, so if he keeps doing that, I'll probably get a chance to pass him. Mustang, I've done some initial testing with the Mustang, and it's a very different beast. It's very, very much a car that you cannot throw around at all. The wheels, you very easily get a lot of wheel spin on it. But yeah, for me it's kind of weird. I have all these gaming interests, and it's hard to, between the racing and the Minecraft and the retro gaming stuff, it's really hard for me to kind of be any one thing. Ah, damn it. It's doing so well. It's always the corner that's gonna happen too. But it shouldn't be too bad. In any case, yeah, I've had a lot of changes in my life within the past couple months. Things have shifted around, and I've decided that, you know, certain people I don't want to talk to anymore. Other people I do. I want to make sure that I'm in better communication with. It is what it is. You just kind of live your life the best you can. If you make mistakes, you make amends for them, and you make sure that you don't make those bad mistakes again. But yeah, as it relates to iRacing, I might be in an unofficial fun league this summer with the MX-5. It's a 5-race, like 6-7 week league. There's only 5 races. They're all free tracks. It's being set up by a group that's kind of expanding into road racing now. I guess I should say non-open wheel road racing. And they sent me an invite the other day, and I was like, okay, you know, sure. It looks like it's a fun league kind of thing. Small time stuff, but sure, why not? You gotta cut your teeth somewhere, right? And I'm not gonna be jumping into the MX-5 World Tour anytime soon. If you saw that video from Suzuka, I got paired up against some of the drivers that are among the top drivers in that league, and they blew me away. So, yep. And unfortunately, the Jetta doesn't race in any sort of official leagues. There's like an unofficial, official wing, and it's on Tuesdays, and I can never participate in it, except for like 1 week I was able to, but that was because I was only going out of town the following day, so I wasn't streaming like I normally would. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. A lot of the road racing leagues that I'm interested in race on Tuesdays, and they all race at the same time. So I would have to very much pick and choose what I want to do. Plus, we got stuff maybe kicking up over the summer with Assetto again. Cone does his usual fun races on Wednesdays now, so that's a thing. it's such a tough corner. You have to really eat the chicane on that tight, eat the curb on that tight left-hand corner in that chicane. It's a very weird corner because usually with chicanes, the corners are... That's essentially what that is. I don't know if that was what it was intended to be, but that essentially is a chicane with what it intends to be. But thank you for saying that so eloquently, me. But it's weird because you're coming in off a curve, so when you're coming into it, you're not entering straight, and the two corners are different radius corners. One is much tighter than the other one, so usually with the chicane they're basically mirrored, so that, you know, the intent is just to get you to slow down and carry a lot less speed, offer a overtaking spot. And really, that corner's not even really a great overtaking spot in a lot of the cars, so I was only up to 5th, okay. Where I had chips up, yeah, like right here. Like these are like S's, and then all of a sudden it's just like tight radius corner. Jeez. It's so awkward. Which I guess is kind of also something that's nice about the track, is it's not all just, you know, fast, flowy corners. There's a lot of change of direction, and there's even things like that small left-hander that just really throw you for a loop. So the solstices are... That's a 3. I panicked for a moment. I thought I missed my braking point. I was going for a ride there, and nope. Hit the brake too early. That's the Mustang leader. Now running me down. But I must digress that I think running the Jetta is actually a really great car. It feels like you learn a lot just based on not only that it's a momentum car, but being the middle car with such a spread here in GT Cup. It's really a nice car. It used to have its own championship, and I'm kind of sad that I missed out on those days, because that would have been a lot of fun to run the Jetta TDI Cup. But it wouldn't be bad, at least for me, if they found a way to increase the car counts for the Jettas, because oh god, let's hit the outside wall there. Because it feels like there's only about like 30 people that run this car in the whole service, and we're all kind of racing each other on a week in and week out basis. It's a nice little community, but it's kind of crappy in that it's not particularly inviting, and I've been thinking about ways to maybe change that. Because the Mustang gets a lot of love because it's a fast car. It's used in other series. The Solstice gets a lot of love and help because it's a beginner car that you get for free, so people get to practice it. The Jetta is great, but it kind of has the worst attributes of both of those. It's slow, and it costs money. lot of people, if they want a slower momentum car, usually go with the MX-5 anyways. Because that can also go ahead and outrun the Solstice. I wonder how many laps we gotta be getting close to the end here with this being 14 laps already. So we gotta be about 15, 16, I think, is probably where we're gonna run. So I doubt we're gonna get a lap unless we absolutely bin it somewhere here. There's the white flag. One to go, so we will not get lapped once we cross the line. Got across the yard of bricks. We're good. Let's see if we can. No flag? Okay, good. Thank God. I thought I might have cut the course a little bit too much there. I've been thinking about ways to get people interested in the Solstice, and that might manifest itself in like a series of videos I might be putting on my channel, like track guides and stuff for next season. One of the other things that sucks is that VRS, which does a lot of data packs that you get for free, especially for the lower end cars, does not have one for the...
Oh, come on! Why do they keep giving me a cut the course when I take a corner wide?
For the Jetta. They have one for the Solstice though. So I think a lot of people use that kind of as a bit of a guide.
Explosions. You're welcome. Good racing.
Alright. I'm gonna stick on the outside here. Faster cars passing the outside.
Right.
It's bullshit, but no
Still
problem.
there. Clear the right.
And we're golden. Hey, we won. It's a win in Indianapolis.
It's over. Great job, driver.
Hey, there's our Mustang friend. But yeah, we might be doing like a instructional series for the Jetta, just to give people who might be interested in it a look at, you know, what is this car, how do you set it up, and how do you drive it. It's not that hard to drive once you realize the basics behind it. And maybe that will get a few more people interested in checking it out. But for now, I'm gonna say that's it. I'm gonna pull over here, go over, find the entryway for Brickyard Crossing, go play a round of golf, and I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, take care. Bye bye. Oh, it's right over here. Golf!